May 4th. So it's been pretty cold. Shop is cold. Got my hood up, sweatshirt on, the whole nine. It was a little warmer out. I gotta close the door now because, yeah, it's. Whoop. So, anyways, we're talking about the Cossie today. So we just went through a pressure test, oil pressure test on this thing to confirm that we have good oil pressure. So this is just hooked up power to the battery and then sensor down yonder, which I need to take back out now. But basically this thing, we're still having a noise issue with this car. So originally the thought was that maybe some of the lifters weren't pumping up with oil. Maybe they got stuck. So we replaced all the lifters. So we put new lifters in it. And then we put it all back together. And then, yeah, still made the noise. So we decided, go in, let's check the pressure for real. Let's make sure it's doing the thing. The oil pressures that we're seeing coincide with what the workshop manual tells us there should be there for oil pressure. It's basically saying that oil pressure at idle is supposed to be actually really low, like 1.8 bar, which is like 26 psi or so. And then we're seeing 27. It's fluctuating 27 to 30 psi, so we're good there. Then when it's the manual also calls out for 2,000 RPM. Running it at 2,000 RPM and then seeing what the oil pressure is there. And of course, the oil pressure there is way above what they're calling for. It's 25 psi higher than what they're calling should be a minimum. So we're good on oil pressures, but the thing is still making this noise. It's driving us crazy. The car has been with us for a year and a half. We lost 8 months for just a crank showing up. And then, of course, machining time at the machine shop. And then assembly, putting it all back in the car, yada, yada, yada. End of the day, my end of working on the car, physically me working on the car, was only like a total of 7 days or so. Even though we've had the car for, what was about a year at that point. And now these last few months, we've been sort of just trying to figure out what is going on. Again, waiting for parts, blah, 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 blah. So that's where we're at. According to Matt next door, one of his buddies from London came in, and he actually said that he wouldn't even let Matt describe through and through what we've done, what's going on. He just started describing the problem, and his buddy immediately cut him off and said the bore size of where the lifters go in the head casting is too large. It's bad, essentially. So how that happens, beyond me. It could be a result from just long time wear, even though there's not a crazy amount of miles on this motor. But apparently it is a very common problem, and what he's seen over the last 30 years of being around these cars, living in the UK and being in the car scene. So that's kind of like where we're at. We really don't know where else to go in terms of trying to troubleshoot the noise problem. It is definitely coming from the head. When we use the stethoscope, when we are listening to the head, it definitely was coming from the head, and it was mostly coming from the exhaust side, which seems to be very apparent from a lot of people that we've read online. Is like when they have this noise, it seems like it's on the exhaust side more so than the intake side. So that's pretty much it. You know, people have thrown lifters at them and have had the same results. Just keep throwing lifters, and like Matt's buddy said, you can throw all the lifters in the world at it that you want, you're never going to fix it. And that the true problem is, in fact, the head casting. So there's no way for us to confirm that without completely tearing apart the head off, completely disassemble the head, and then we'd be able to actually get the bore measuring tool down in the bore at that point. So yeah, that's where we're at. All right, so let's do this thing. So it's like 7 o'clock. The Corolla showed up maybe about a half an hour ago, maybe a little while before that. I don't know, whatever. But anyways, Corolla has landed. We're saying the Beagle has landed. But anyways, so yeah, the Corolla's here. We've got some stuff to do on it this weekend, and then we're actually going to be doing a track day on it to sort of shake it down on Monday at NJMP. We're going to be on Lightning Course and running a mow day. I swear we should change this. We got to get rid of this dem braids. We got to go to D's nuts. Yeah, but anyways, it's actually initial D's nuts, because initial D. But anyways, yeah. So next couple of days we're gonna be doing some Corolla stuff, trying to get that ready. While Keith's gonna be trying to get ready, I'm gonna be giving him a hand here and there while I'm taking care of customer stuff. But tomorrow I'm gonna get into putting the seats in this, making sure the harness bar heights are correct for where we think they're going to be, and then get those welded in, get the seats in, get the belts in. That's my job tomorrow. We did a pressure test earlier on the Cossie. The Z is up in the air for now. The E36 we got the wrong cage kit for is just sitting here, but I think we're going to get that kit this week coming. And then Fiesta, I was working on some pedal box stuff, just drilling holes and things. Took me 2 hours to drill a square set of holes in this because the OBP boxes do not come. Ow, that hurt. The OBP boxes don't come with any holes drilled in them. So, yeah. So I had to drill some holes. These are some of the templates I made to make some stuff happen. And then I got to do seat rails and stuff in this, brake lines, fuel lines, blah 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 blah, all the stuffs. Yeah, Kevin Kendry was just by. We were talking bullshit and talking about media things and cool race cars and all the usual shop banter. But yeah, now it's time for me to go home. I've been here all day, dealing with a number of different things. I unloaded the van of all the Evo 10 spares over at the storage unit. Finally got into that. That took forever. Just been a weird day. But tomorrow will be more like a real work day. So that'll be good. If you like what you see, like, share, subscribe. I think that's what they say. And if you can, comment. We'd love to interact with our fans, our customers. It's pouring outside. Yeah, hit the like button, hit the share, subscribe, get it to your friends. Let's get this stuff around.